right, welcome to Sherlock Holmes and the Courtesy Flush. Tonight we're going to be playing Sherlock Holmes, Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes 2, with Naresar. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? And how about chat?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. We just released a trailer over on BPL for The Hunchback, which is some really nice poetry. So if you want to check that out, it's over there. We just released it. I'll remind you guys later as well. I say we just released it as I just finished it before, rendering it before we put it up on stream. We were watching it a couple times, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. With that said, let's bring the. I'm over here. I'm on the side. Naresar is the raptor. I have the little crow avatar PNG thing right over here, and then here's my hand, which has also got food in it. So. My other hand has food in it, but you don't need to see that. Anyway, we're going to go right into Sherlock Holmes. It's good to see you. Hey, Stryker. Everybody. Yeah, we're going to load up Sherlock Holmes. So the last time we left off, we were at a photo studio with a very cagey photographer. Let me turn that down. Who, for some reason, would not let us into his back room because he said something along the lines of, this is my property and you're not allowed back here. Which was, nonsense when you have Watson and a Webley, so, All right, Nick, you're back in control, so we're going to reload the game. Yeah, this game has a lot of FMV sprites, and a lot of FMV characters, but also it's all voice acted. With the exception of some of the narration. But yeah, so I brought up a guide, a hint, I should say, not a guide.
Yeah,
and
I forget.
How do we
I know he was being cagey. I forget what we needed him to, what he was being cagey about.
That's what I want to know. Is there anything on the bottom? I brought up a hint guide.
Nope.
From the Universal Hint System, and I selected the option, how can I enter Hargrove's back room? And it said, just ask him about the Lawton engagement portrait. And then keep asking him questions, and then draw the curtain. Those are the only things.
Well, we seem to have ran out of questions, so...
You are here on my sufferance, sir. Keep away from my private studio, or I shall seek an official remedy.
All right, let's talk to him. Oh yeah, we should also show him stuff too. Apparently, they're doing a new FMV version of The Seventh Guest for VR. Wow. Seventh Guest VR.
Not a property I'm familiar with.
It's a classic.
Who is the person depicted in the photograph?
Lieutenant Basingstoke. He recently succumbed to cholera in Suez. Shocking loss for all who knew him. How have you come by it?
By accident. Is it unique?
Hardly. I must have made 10 copies. Extraordinarily sharp image, if I do say. I wonder how it was damaged.
Yeah, okay. This guy already doesn't like us because we're poking around his studio. But apparently we're supposed to ask him about the fiancé photos. Do we have that option in the dialogue? Maybe we.
I don't know.
We might be fighting the game here. It might not be something we missed.
Wait, we're just showing the explosive
Did you make
formula?
this photograph, Mr. Hargrove?
What is it? A bunch of hen scratchings? I've never seen anything like that in my life.
So he didn't take that photo, but I'm not surprised. Look, we can offer him coffee and marmalade, but I don't think he'll take it. Yeah, at this point, we just have to try everything because we think we're at the point where the game is like...
See, I wonder, did we not... Because I know we looked at a photograph of the engagement.
Right, but did we talk to him about it?
Take it? No, well, I'm wondering if we were supposed to take it
I don't think so.
to show him.
Maybe. But, talk to him again, see what his options are. I saw a portrait you did for my friend. I think this is an option. Yeah.
I saw the portrait you did for my friend, Lord Lawton, and his fiancée.
And you were impressed. They are a handsome couple, are they not? Might I do the same for you and your intended?
Not at the moment. Do you use gold chloride to tone your paper?
Never. My printing out paper is unique, sir. The finest Godin gelatin silver. But instead of chloride, I use
Oh.
Another salt. I trust you're not going to become a competitor.
It's okay, man. Bromine's cool with us. And then the next one is that option on the bottom.
Most studios now use the collodion development process, do they not?
They do, and I say let them. I provide choices. My unique collodion technique produces distinctively excellent results which cannot be imitated by any jackass who calls himself a photographer.
Is not all collodion development basically the same? Phenol to reduce, sodium sulfite for control, and the thiosulfate solution to fix.
Excuse my snorting. Your ignorance is common. I won't divulge my methods, but I will say, for example, that cyanide in skilled hands is a better fixative than thiosulfate could ever be.
See, this guy has a real punchable personality. We're also supposed to ask him, I believe I've happened upon a sample of your work. Do we have that there? Yeah. Yeah.
I believe I've discovered a sample of your work, Mr. Hargrove.
You're a collector, then. I'll have to number you among my admirers, Mr. Helms. What do you have?
Pull the curtain.
Pull the curtain now? Interesting choice.
Yeah, I'm just going with the hints, tell me, man.
You are here on my sufferance, sir. Keep
Yes,
away from
this
my
is still
private
the same
studio, or I shall
dialogue.
seek an...
Well,
You know what? Did we ever look at the formula on the table in our lab?
no.
He's been talking about all these chemical processes. Let's go find out if
gosh.
that's a yeah. We're gonna do some science here. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about this, Wiggins. We got this. You can just hang back and chill. I mean, that's what he was gonna do anyway. It's not like Wiggins has a whole
I
lot
mean,
to
he's
do.
a Victorian orphan. There's not a whole lot that he can do otherwise. Other than just, chill, because anything else costs money.
All right, well, let's go to our lab. Maybe make the formula in our lab. I never thought to do that, actually. We should try to make a bomb. Yeah, here we go. Let's analyze this formula. I'm sure it's just the photography part. I'm sure we're not going to actually make a bomb here, Nick. Right?
I'd swear it's not albuminized paper. I couldn't solve for gold in any case. Determining the active salt would be helpful.
The photographer's choice of paper is hardly a signature.
It could be, were it distinctive, a chloride mix or potassium or a bromide. Bromides are sparingly soluble in ammonia. I'll prepare a sample.
He did say bromide.
Yep. Okay, he said oil vitriol, ethyl alcohol, silver nitrate, iodine, iron. Where the heck is our...
Look. Bum, 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 bum. All right, you filled it up with water. Do we have to turn the beaker on? Matches. No. We're not ready for fire yet. Hey, welcome. If you guys have any chemical suggestions as to what to pour into this beaker, I'd be happy to read them out for Naresar. Oh, what'd you put?
There we go.
Nitric
There's
acid?
something. I think so.
All right.
That looks troubling.
That's cool. Nick, you...
Ghastly mess, to coin a phrase. Please don't do that again. You're not considering a career in the fertilizer business, are you?
Not soon. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just fine. We're doing a little chemical research here. Cyanic acid. I agree. Just because it has the word acid in it, and it sounds cool. Maybe the photo goes in paper? Or on the plate, I'm sorry? No? Do we light the beaker now? I feel like heating this...
trying.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to.
Oh, we tried cyanic acid there. Doesn't seem like it did anything.
I think I've tried.
It's what he used as a
everything.
fixing solution. You're right, he did. Look, we do science by just pouring everything in there until it works, you know?
Yes, the good point-and-click method.
Yes, this is why science is has really exploded over the centuries, because... Oh, there you go.
You're supposed to take a piece of the paper.
That would make more sense. Yeah, let's pick it up with tweezers, actually.
No?
I see. Do we pour that solution into the dish, perhaps? No.
No?
You're right. He did use that as a fixing solution. Try pouring some water in there. Maybe in the acid? Maybe the acid's thirsty, needs water. Let me tweeze, damn you. Yeah, I agree. Let us tweeze. Look, I don't know what you guys are doing aside from, just watching us. I don't know if you're playing a game or something or doing homework or something. But don't worry, we're doing good science. I promise our chemicals are 100% safe. I mean, you could tell.
Now, the chemicals individually are safe. No promises about what happens when chemicals get mixed together.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay.
Try pouring the water into the thing. Into the acid. Nope, doesn't want acid, or doesn't want water.
I don't feel like I have used everything with everything else at one time or another.
Maybe we did it in
I
the
just
wrong
don't-
order.
I don't know. Usually it doesn't let you do anything wrong.
The little piece of paper won't go into the beaker for any reason.
Won't go into the beaker, won't go into that beaker, won't go into the dish. Piece of paper doesn't go with the tweezers don't go with piece of paper.
And everything is better with mercury. You're right.
Hmm.
Hmm. Let me take the mouse over for a second. I want to read the labels. Oil of vitriol, nitric acid, ammonia hydroxide, ferric sulfate, sodium chloride, hydrochloric acid, sodium sulfate, chloroform, iron nitrate, iodine, silver nitrate. We also have litmus paper and ethyl alcohol. We have distilled water, a dish, scissors, scraper, tweezers, magnifying glass, matches, and that seems to be everything to click on aside from the beaker.
And it's just,
Yep, I just wanted to say. All right. What about the test tubes? Yeah, we tried clicking on those. They don't look like do anything, King of Spades.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a pop-up title, it can't do anything.
Yeah. Well, if you're out of hints, I could always get a hint for us.
Yeah, go ahead and get a hint. I don't know what to do. Next.
Universal hint system activate. Let's see here. According to the hints, we needed to put the paper in first. That's probably why we're running into this.
Why did...
I don't know why it let us.
I'm at a loss, Watson. Do you...
Chemistry was never my...
Let's try it again. We'll analyze once more. I can see why a lot of people probably never would have enjoyed something that would lock you out because you didn't do it in the right order.
And I mean,
I'd
up
swear
to
it's
this
not
point-
albuminized paper. I couldn't solve...
The photographer's...
Yeah,
It could be.
Yeah. Okay, so you go in there. You go in there.
Yeah, that was it. We just had to put it in first.
What can you learn from that milky mixture?
Nothing. But if I blend in a measure of chloroform, the combination will separate into 2 layers. The solvent will take the metal and settle in the bottom. If it's bromide, it'll turn brown.
Does it need water?
Chloroform.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Apparently not.
Let's mix it around. Oh, that's pretty brown to me.
Bromide it is, Watson.
And some photographer has turned his expert eye to quite a different line of work.
I plan to put my thumb in that particular orifice straight away.
Okay.
Phrasing, Holmes.
Yeah.
Phrasing. Good grief.
Okay.
Okay. So with that hopefully out of the way now, we can
Watson
get
will...
back.
He'll be happy to bring his Webley along now.
Return to the hunt, eh, Watson?
As you say, Holmes, return by all means.
Yeah, if I'm ever to recommend anything, if you're playing any game and you're getting stuck, try not to go for the walkthrough. Just go to the universal hint system. 9 times out of 10 they're gonna have your game on there. They have this one on there. This is pretty. This is a pretty hard game to find. That's mostly because Frogwares keeps making Sherlock Holmes games, so, you know, the internet is going to keep up with what's new. Yeah, if you're getting stuck in a game, try doing that.
Okay, so where the heck was this dude's...
Oh, I
Beauty.
forgot.
Wait,
I think it's that. Yeah, I think you're right. It's that tube thing right there. Here, let me.
yeah, go for it.
Lock. No, that's not it. Mr. Defense. Well,
That
Not-
wasn't it.
nope, that was not. Oh, there it is.
Ah.
We have so many locations because we solved like 8 murders or so. We solved so many things.
Won't be a moment, gentlemen.
Well,
the sample
we
portraits
keep
are my
kind
calling
of getting,
card.
like,
Feast your eyes and help yourselves.
it's like a never-ending side quest because, like, we'll do one thing, which will, like, kind of almost be wrapped up, but not quite, but it'll lead into the next thing, and it's just like a cascading effect.
For whom did you make this copy, Hargrove?
That's not my work.
Nonsense. You are accused and convicted from your own mouth. I recovered this from a foreign agent, Hargrove. You are at least a dupe, and perhaps a traitor.
That's abusive language. I'll advise my solicitor to take steps, or I may seek satisfaction myself.
Observe, I am not petrified. Your threat has less bite than a cuttlefish. Watson, don't let Mr. Hargrove hurt himself attempting something foolish.
Yeah, that's right. Watson is not afraid to pull that out and shoot a man. He shot a Prussian guy, right? Ready to throw down.
You are here on my sufferance, sir. Keep away from my private studio, or I shall seek an official remedy.
Maybe you have to tell him something else. Ah. Look at that option.
Congratulations, Hargrove. You have moved from suspect to certain miscreant.
If you continue to skulk about my studio, Mr. Helms, people will talk.
The name is Holmes, Sherlock Holmes.
I've heard that name, I'm sure.
I hope you will regret the day. You've been playing a very dangerous game, Hargrove, and I intend to put you out. You'll want more privacy, I think. Let's go and back.
There we go. I think that's the option now, Nick. Now can we see what's behind the blue curtain, please? If this guy yells at us again, man, we gotta shoot him.
You have no special privileges here. Go peddle your ridiculous accusations elsewhere, or I shall call the police.
No, Mr. Hargrove. The tables have turned. I may call them myself.
Get fucked.
Remark, Watson. Pornography is so predictable.
That is a libelous characterization. I am an artist.
We won't argue the point now. Let's just say you're an idiot.
The curtain conceals an archway to the very different sort of room. The two parts of the studio form a metaphor for the dichotomy of the modern life, the ostensible respectability of outward appearance and the immorality of shrouded through vulgar reality. Yes, it is. Go ahead, Nick.
Two screen lean behind the Roman amphitheater. One depicts a foul medieval dungeon, and the other shows a vulgar version of the Brighton beach pier.
Yeah, Iron Phoenix, I believe you're correct. Pornography was illegal at the time. I believe that is true.
This pastoral scene is rendered after the style of John Baptiste Gruz, whatever, His slightly prurient compositions of everyday life are much imitated and much admired by a particular audience.
Ah.
This broad-backed linen dressing screen is painted in tempera. The salacious subject matter would be suitable for bordello. Undressing screen would be a more appropriate name for this item.
Oh.
An assortment of abbreviated bathing costumes, rent togas, frilly undergarments, stockings, garters, outsized whalebone corsets, feathers, fans, leather whips, and chains are suspended from the hooks. Oh my!
Yeah, they found his not safe for work Twitter. Yeah, exactly. This guy's in deep trouble. Well, he's in deep trouble not because of this. We don't care about this. It's the fact that he helped make a bomb. It's like, it's kind of a big
Trays
deal.
of processing solutions are set in a galvanized sink. Bottles of halide, sulfites, sulfuric acid, and are ready at hand. Okay.
I think we missed a few spots, but yeah, we could talk to him. Because did you click on everything?
I thought... Oh, look at the camera. Oh, we can move the camera. Modern wet plate camera stationed on a tripod. Given the orientation of its lens, it is difficult to imagine where the subject would be situated. But we can move it.
Indeed.
Gasp.
Oh, I think I see what he's doing. There's going to be something under the rug, I bet. Also, don't forget to look, too, even though it's annoying.
I didn't think I had an... I mean, I can, but...
It's because this game has weird options.
The carpet, though not old or threadbare, seems excessively thin. It sits directly on the floor rather than on a carpet pad. Camera tripod stands partially on an oriental carpet. The rug covers a fraction of the wooden floor, but...
What's in his camera? Evan Winters Notos says, I don't know. Holmes like, I can't move this rug. There's something on top of it.
What appears to be a virtually square steel cabinet is seated perfectly flush to the floor.
Oh, look at that.
Cabinet resembles a conventional wall vault. The combination lock and handle are inset in the door. Well...
The Victorian era equivalent of your browser history. The cabinet is securely locked.
Oh, there's a telephone.
Oh.
A decade ago, London received its first telephone exchange. Bitterly contentious debate still rages whether it is more convenient than a telegram, is certainly more intrusive and therefore less civilized.
Well, considering you had to yell into the damn things, yeah, I could see why Holmes might not enjoy it.
I wonder what Holmes would make of texting.
No doubt your avocation is more lucrative than conventional portraiture.
My business is hardly your concern.
To your misfortune, Hargrove, you and what you are pleased to call your business have become obsessions. Watson, you might ring Lestrade. Tell him to bring a warrant for this reprobate. We're dealing with a habitual criminal, traitor, pornographer, and who knows what else.
Hold on now, you're not the police. Don't be hasty.
Yeah, exactly.
On the other hand, I'm not the police. I can be as hasty as I want.
Exactly. What I'm saying is, you better talk, buddy.
Your distinctive fixing process made you suspect, Hargrove. Your unique printing out paper indicted you.
Others may use the same combinations, not as well, of course.
I believe that under special circumstances, traitors may still be hanged.
We could, perhaps, explore the possibility that I may have been compelled to do something a bit beyond legal. But I'm not a traitor.
Stryker's like, hang on. It's all right, Stryker. We hang this guy, and then, about 100 years later, he shows
Who
up as a
hired you
ghost.
to copy the formula?
I will not respond while under duress.
You have misread your role, Hargrove. You will dictate no terms. I can make duress a permanent condition of your life. Cooperation may win you consideration. Change your act now, or I will take you down.
Perhaps I've been hasty, Mr. Holmes. But I am terribly frightened. I'm actually a victim in this travesty. Honestly, I didn't wish to do wrong. A lout named Scarrett brought the original document to me and demanded I make a copy.
He's a fat man, middle-aged, fair.
No, he's a young blade, dark as an Italian, the eyes of a bipedal predator, and fond of the poppy, I noticed.
You were well paid for your work?
Not a farthing. Money was not offered nor requested. I was forced by other means.
Oh.
He's been blackmailed. So is Thorn.
Yeah.
Of all the photographers in London, why were you chosen for this task?
A crisp image of a printed page is not easy. The subject matter added to the difficulty. I have a certain reputation.
Not one you'd like your mother to hear of, I'll wager. You said you were compelled. How? By whom?
These people are savages, Holmes. I can say no more. It was as I'm telling it. Take my word for it.
Not likely. I'm sure you sport the type of vices that make you an easy mark for a blackmailer.
Fine. Let's say some of my more adventurous photographs fell into the wrong hands.
Sounds like you need to leave London. The second someone starts blackmailing you for shit like that, you need to fucking leave. Unless he was doing something
I wonder
horrible.
Scarrett did not request a daguerreotype. He might at least have made a pretense of selling a unique copy.
He rejected my suggestion. Ignorance, I imagine, insisted on the collodion, wanted the negative.
Obviously. But for what purpose? The Prussian would have wanted exclusivity. Perhaps Scarrett intends to sell the formula more than once. Perhaps you kept a copy, thinking you might do some business on your own.
Only the strongest compulsion could make me violate my ethical standards.
Oh, please, your lies are lame, and even your excuses have peg legs.
There you go. You tell him.
How did you inform Scarrett that the photograph was ready?
He returned at an appointed time.
I think not. He didn't want you to think the work was urgent. No, you telephoned him. That was his idea. He'd want as little exposure as possible. What is his telephone number?
Perhaps I did telephone him, but the number has slipped from my memory. I'm quite remiss in that department.
Of course, of course. This guy is not going to give up easy on anything.
Your reputation precedes me wherever I go in London, Mr. Hargrove.
You must associate with a fine class of people.
An acquaintance has suggested that you regularly create composites, that is to say, bogus photographs.
Rubbish. Your friend is misinformed. Young people so often are. Composites are an expensive and potentially dangerous business. I wouldn't consider it.
I highly doubt that. Compositing is also probably...
I wish to see the
yeah.
contents of this cabinet. Will you give me the combination?
I never use it. Really, I can't recall the last time I put anything in there. I forget things, you see. They disappear. In all the excitement, I've forgotten it completely. It may come to me, but I doubt it.
Okay. Well, Watson, close the curtains.
No. We'll close the curtains. Doctor, attend to the young man's memory.
Yeah, Doctor, you have a remedy for this
Mr.
man's memory.
Hargrove, I'm in a position to do you very little good and a great deal of harm.
Is that intended as a warning?
It is simply a fact. Remember it as we speak.
If you insist, Mr. Holmes, I shall try. It must queue up as one of many urgent claims on my memory.
What about Watson? What's he got to say?
Given his penchant for self-promotion, why is none of his work displayed?
Perhaps it is too artistic for exhibition.
True, salacious subject matter thrives on reputation, but it requires occasional viewing. Perhaps he keeps his naughty bits secreted away, as young boys hide French postcards.
Ugh. I don't even want to consider that.
Again, Holmes, phrasing. Good grief.
It's backdrop.
Wait, what am I?
Yeah, Watson, right foot.
A photographer's chemicals have much in common with those used in the manufacture of explosives.
I'm a novice, as you witnessed.
Cellulose nitrates are the basis of high explosives. Is our photographer a bomber?
I doubt it, and so do you.
Yeah, I don't think he made the bomb. I mean, we already know that.
Where might Hargrove jot down a telephone number, Watson?
I saw nothing resembling an exchange in the appointments book.
I don't believe he would risk forgetting it.
Hmm.
It's likely he has recorded the combination to the safe. If you can suggest where, we might escape another of his lies.
I've no idea. Why do you think he's recorded it?
Because I think he inadvertently told us something true. He said his memory is bad. I suspect it is. He has no reason to lie about it.
Yeah, good point. Oh, there's chemicals back there.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special. Come here.
Can you pick up the safe lock? I think it's on the safe lock, so I don't think so.
Yeah, it's built into the floor, basically. Were this mirror more conveniently situated, the subjects could examine their ludicrous and indecent outfits and reconsider their folly before the photographer captured them.
Can't do anything with a camera. Yeah, what about the photos in the back? No? Try talking to him.
Yeah, we'll try talking again and see if anything has changed now that we can talk to... Nope, nothing changed now.
What about the safe on the ground? Can you open it with Holmes logic?
Nope. Okay. So, the question is, he's written a number to the safe somewhere, and the telephone number is probably in the safe. So
yeah.
Then the question becomes...
Do you have anything in inventory to show him, maybe? Yeah, that's a good question. Where would the...
Wait, what?
Bus card. Business card.
Business card.
The heavily... what's it say? No effect. What do you use the card on?
I don't know.
They don't give us an option unless there's something to do with it in this room, so...
Nope, I don't want
There you go.
that. I want inventory.
He put the combination on his business card? Wow. Okay. So
Well, I'm wondering... Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. I wonder if it's like... depending on what it is, like, I wonder if it's some combination, like, because there are numbers on here, so, like, it's 12 Mount Street, London, telephone is 475.
It's probably the address.
Established, like, something, actually, could be a date.
Yeah, that looks like the
1846.
that looks like that would be the most reasonable option considering it's a dial. Yeah, 29/18/46. Yeah. Oh. A series of photographic images depict cavorting men and women, child indecency, and sadism. Oh, God. The portraits are conspicuous in the outer collection. The one in one, an elegantly dressed woman, a familiar mien, is informally posed. In the second, the same woman is in the same pose, appears to look admiringly at Lord Lawton. Lawton's position is in the same as his engagement portrait. Interesting. Yeah, we're confiscating those. This guy is going away.
Whose telephone number have you kept? Is it Scarrett's?
Please, Mr. Holmes, I beg you.
If you expect me to care, you'll have to say more.
I cannot. I will not.
You face ruination and prison, and still you will not help yourself. Who is capable of causing such fear? Not Scarrett, I think. Silence will neither serve nor save you, Hargrove. When I find this fiend, and I will, I'll let it be known that you betrayed him.
Maybe the phone number is in the...
Cold.
Well, considering what this guy's doing with his photography, I don't blame him for feeling that way. There was another option in that show. Maybe to Watson. No. Huh. Maybe use it on the phone. Yeah, there we go.
Central Exchange? This is the Lord Mayor's office. A document here requires urgent delivery, but I only have the party's telephone number. Can you supply me with the address, please? Holborn 232. That's just beyond the viaduct, is it? Thank you. Mystery importing indeed.
We should probably try to call the police.
Please connect me to Holborn 232. I beg your pardon. Wrong number. Someone is there, Watson.
Excellent.
Yes. It's over now, buddy.
Okay.
Well, that's the guy we're looking for. The guy who made that photo. So we have the evidence to put this guy away.
Are you ready to proceed, Doctor? The case increases in interest.
And in danger, I imagine. Should the police be notified?
I'd rather circulation of the stories of the ministry theft and the extortion involving a royal person be severely restricted.
Perhaps Hargrove should be immobilized. I wouldn't want Major Mystery or Scarrett prepared for our arrival.
No. Hargrove has parted company with the Major. If he follows his form, the Major will demand swift and violent retribution for the betrayal. Lestrade affords him the only protection he can expect this side of heaven. He won't do anything that might alienate the institution that can protect him. Do we understand one another, Hargrove?
Perfectly. I never saw the formula or the royal person. You were never here. Give me the telephone. Perhaps Lestrade could find me a private cell while his office undertakes a lengthy investigation into an accusation of pornography. I'll suggest it.
Yeah, immobilize him medium style. Yeah, exactly. Safe game, Nick. Next time. No, well, next time you can. Hey, man, this is exciting. This is a big breakthrough. We've been trying to figure this one out for a little while. Let's go back to our house, actually. This is a good place to save. I say that because, you know, it's definitely going to be safer than, like, right outside the dude's house.
Yeah, where's your sense of adventure?
Well, every time
What's
we've lost
the
a
worst that could
Yeah.
possibly... Okay,
Nah, it's
you
not
know,
any of
we've
those.
never done anything more with the Weary Hunt.
I'm fine
I
with
feel
that.
like that... Wasn't there a back room that we never got to?
Well, we can take a look.
I mean,
just right
not
there.
right now.
I don't think that's the place you need to go. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it.
Where?
That's not it. I was mistaken. Ministry of Defense. It's a townhouse.
That was that. Wait,
It's
what's
that house.
the-
Yeah, it's that. It's got to be that one. Here, let me.
Yeah, go for it.
That wasn't too difficult. Let's not announce our presence.
Should you weary of your work, you might consider a career in unlawful entry. Your expertise exceeds that of a cat burglar.
Yeah, we did just kind of get in here, didn't we?
Bookshelves support an aged library. The titles are unexceptionally devoted to ship registries, admiralty law, and other abstruse nautical specialties. The designer was either completely ignorant of human anatomy or a sadist. The notion that clerks would willingly perch here for hours at a time, tortuously hunched over mind-numbing work without committing mayhem, stretches credulity. Copy desk. Book. Awkwardly angled desks have ruined the postures and wrecked the elbows of countless clerks and copyists. What if we inspect it? Pitted from use in the ravages of woodworms, the desks are also dusty. They are rarely used. The inkwells are as dry as the Sahara,
So someone has not been here for a while.
or at least not been using it as intended for a while.
Watson, fetch me the immobilization device. Do you mean the crowbar, Holmes? Yes, Watson, the crowbar.
The boxes weighed any less, they could float away, sealed with flimsy paper tape. They are neither labeled nor marked for shipment. Box contains nothing but fine wood shavings. Americans call this highly combustible material Excelsior?
Apparently we do. Yeah, it's called Excelsior, Nick. Didn't you know?
No, obviously I did not get the right pyromaniac, whatever, training in Boy Scouts. These small oak barrels are empty. Their age and poor condition make it difficult to determine their previous contents. Given the office's other fixtures, one would not be surprised to find paraffin-powered hurricane lamps scattered about. As it is, however, the lamps are conventional. One has fuel, and its wick needs to be trimmed.
Iron Phoenix points out, also called wood wool, Excelsior is made from log shavings. Bully Snake says Excelsior is packing hay. That makes a lot of sense.
Wooden cabinets with brass fittings continue the nautical theme of the office.
Was a business, now it's a front. Oh yeah, we gotta look through cabinets. We'll look through one cabinet.
Save the moldy remnants of a cheese sandwich, the dusty drawers are completely empty.
Hey, that's my sandwich, George sandwich.
An old register clock with an oak frame does not show the correct time. It may be allowed to run down each day. Interior works are dusty and frozen with rust.
Font Boy
Obviously, it
IPM
doesn't
says that they're a Boy Scout leader and they've never heard of it. Excelsior.
The title charts, not tribal charts, the title charts recorded in such a calendar are indispensable for operating a profitable shipping concern. But this particular calendar is almost 10 years old and has no use beyond its decorative merit, which is small.
Rip. Okay. Now we have that.
I guess we do.
I don't know what Watson was doing, but he walked over there. The obligatory portrait of Nelson's ship of the line, HMS Victory, is depicted with the Atlantic packets from the previous generation.
Oops.
Steamships which have largely replaced sailing vessels are unrepresented in this collection. We're in that era.
I wonder if Victor... I don't know when Victory got turned into a museum.
You think it could
Because
have been around?
I mean, obviously it's still around, but...
You think it could have been around like 1890?
It's just more curiosity. Now I want to look that up. We'll look at the lamp over here.
Given the office other fixtures, one would not be surprised to find paraffin-powered hurricane lamps scattered about. As it is, however, the lamps are conventional. One has fuel, and its wick needs to be trimmed. You read this.
Victory is not floating Iron Phoenix. She is in essentially dry dock, but she is still in commission, which means she beats out Constitution as the oldest commissioned warship still. After 1824, she was relegated to the role of harbor ship. In 1922, she was moved to a dry dock in Portsmouth, England, and preserved as a museum ship. Anyways, okay, so regardless. Door?
Door. There's a lot of
Listen.
options on that door.
Let's start with listen.
I believe I hear snoring.
Pipe down then. Our advantage will be lost.
The door,
The door, though
yeah,
decently framed, does not fit flush to the floor. Light peeks through the crack, and a dull glow emerges from the opaque glass transom. Tiny gold letters meekly announce the managing director's office. Okay, well,
let's not.
do we attempt?
Let's not. Well, I guess.
The door has been locked, apparently by means of a primitive but secure warded lock. Okay, force it is.
Do you wish to visit Bart's as a patient? That door's solid oak.
Well, Watson, what do you think then?
Yeah, exactly.
You have
Watson.
ideas? Watson's stack for breach.
Stack for
What do
breach.
you make of the place, Watson?
It appears a rather moribund enterprise. Locked in time. Lost its vital signs decades ago.
It's known as a front from the French facade. I'm sure Mystery conducts all manner of illicit activities from here.
Major Mystery. Odd sort of moniker, isn't it?
I wonder if it's a proper name at all.
Hey,
Got anything in your inventory that might open this door? Like an iron spike? Nope, that's not going to do it. You can slide the calendar? What are you going to slide it? Like a skate? Oh, under the door? Oh, I remember. We did this in Phantasmagoria too. Remember the third floor hallway? Though the keyhole is large, no light is visible. Yes.
Okay.
The key's in place, but my pinky's too big to shift it.
Okay.
Wait.
Do we have a railroad?
We have. I think the spike is too big. Pencil obviously isn't sufficient, although it probably would. Gold pick, toothpick? Sure. Let's try that.
The golden toothpick.
I can't believe this is the use that we're
I
putting
heard a
golden
distinct clink. We've likely lost the element of surprise. I'm an idiot, Watson.
Nonsense, Holmes. Perhaps it didn't fall far from the door. If he hasn't heard us before now, that noise won't alert him.
Key. Hopefully. Did you get a key? I hope you did. I hope that wasn't just a... Oh, we did. We got a brass key. All right, let's go in here and... Oh, I guess we got to use it on the lock. Yeah, Watson. There he is. Look at him lazing about.
Gentlemen, I was resting my eyes. I didn't...
Stay where you are, mystery. Speak when spoken to and keep your hands in view.
That's right, Watson.
Oh, he does. He did pull out the Webley.
All right, let's take a look around.
I forget what. Actually, before we do that, allow me to do something we very rarely do, which is actually save.
Actually save.
Two palm-sized fish patrol the large tank. Their huge jaws are crowded with sharp triangular teeth. A few scavenger mollusks share space with a small bronze Poseidon. His emblematic trident stands beside him. A few grains of white sand are fixed in evaporated water droplets on the floor below.
Oh.
Bad luck. I'll have to retrieve that later.
What? Why are we tasting the aquarium water?
The freshwater fish are cherikins of some sort. They appear ravenous.
He
So
just threw something into
basically-
the aquarium so we can't reach it. Like, that's going to stop us. Come on. This guy's...
Cat.
Oh, a kitty.
Can we pet the cat? Largeback cat gazes alternatively at the strangers and the aquarium. His alert ears and twitching tail suggest that any attempt to discommode him would be vigorously resisted.
So in other words, if you touch that cat, you're going to get the claws.
Yeah.
That is a no-touch cat. The Empire-style desk was a decent, unwieldy piece. Time and neglect have taken their toll. It is equipped with 3 drawers, 2 common, and 1 secure. Oh, a secure drawer, huh? Not for long. They're locked, so he's not interested. It took one... Oh, go ahead.
If one took no care for the contents, the drawer might be forced with a massive crowbar or dynamite.
Yeah.
No, I think the crowbar won't damage the contents. It would just damage the desk. The dynamite definitely would damage the contents. Anyways, the unusual lock is nearly inaccessible. It appears to consist of 3 keyholes.
Are you trying to cause a hernia?
I was looking.
Yeah, 3 keyholes? Hit open again?
Oh, I know exactly what it is. But
3 keyholes equidistantly positioned on a line. It's the trident. It's
Yes.
it's the trident. That's obviously what it has
Are you
to be.
trying to cause a hernia?
No. Thanks for asking, though.
okay, so we're gonna have to do something to get the fish. Shelves contain esoteric and abstruse volumes on astronomy and higher mathematics. Fermat, Poincare, and Tycho Brahe are represented. Very odd.
What about that picture on the wall? Who's that?
This genre portrait of Napoleon is representative of whoever this guy's name is. Studies of Robespierre and other notable characters of the French Revolution.
Can you smash the glass in the aquarium? I think we're going to get there. I don't know if we should...
Violent and ill-tempered water deity is rarely portrayed without his fish spear. The prongs and handle of this brass trident are more robust than might be expected in an artistic rendition. Oh, we can break.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk to him first?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, let's actually let's look at him first. Then we'll get to... The man could pass as a mortician or a bank manager. Below his high domed forehead, his pale pitted face wears a whatever neutral expression. The slow reptilian oscillation of his head is disconcerting.
Major Mystery, I am Sherlock Holmes.
Were he here, I'm sure Mystery, that's Misteray, would excuse your common mispronunciation of his name. I am Jeremiah M. Story, an acquaintance.
I don't know. Oh, card for us, thank you.
If you like, why not Jose Ray Martin? Never mind. Offal by any other name smells the same.
Your speech, Mr. Holmes, is as offensive as your presence is unwanted. To what do I owe this unorthodox intrusion?
To crime, you scoundrel. Your crimes and those of your despicable surrogates have brought me here.
Carpet. That name is fake as Rich City.
Carpet is clean, though uniformly drab. Its colors and design suggest an East Indian manufacturer. Anyways.
Your insidious scheme has unraveled completely, Mr. A. Will you confess your part in it?
I would deem your declaration to be less than worthless if I knew what you were talking about.
Your plan to sell Professor Dewar's formula to von Bismarck is ruined. Your client has killed himself, and his copy of the formula is seized. The crimes committed to support your plan have failed. I'm about to tie an adamantine knot around a large and cruel conspiracy, and you are the rope. Plain enough?
Talk is cheaper and your time less valuable than I had imagined.
He's got a pretty sharp tongue.
Where is the key for this drawer?
I have no idea. I don't believe Mr. A keeps anything in there.
A locked drawer with nothing in it? I don't think so. Empty your pockets.
Yeah, nothing in your pockets. Okay. Sit back down.
You share artistic tastes with the depraved photographer Hargrove.
Whoever that is, presumably it is not a crime to appreciate great art.
No, but it is the other side of lawful to possess it without the benefit of a bill of sale.
I'll tell Mr. A you were concerned.
Okay.
What are these fish?
Aurora and Borealis, fascinating creatures. They're Amazonian piranhas, the world's most predacious and voracious characines.
Suitable companions for you, I'm sure.
I know, Steele. I think the same thing.
You are many things, Mr. A, but not slovenly, I think.
My name is Story. Why do you address me incorrectly?
What can your name matter? However you call yourself, you are certainly a villain. How long has the aquarium been here?
I have no idea. It's not mine, as I've said. You are not quite as bright as I've been led to believe, Mr. Holmes.
I won't be distracted by puerile insults.
I merely state an opinion. Such chicanery is beneath me.
Nothing is beneath you. You are the sort of contemptible outlaw who coerces others to do his bidding, a completely amoral puppet master. And I will stop at nothing to destroy you and your agents.
I have nothing more to say to you, Holmes. Call in the hobnailed boots if you wish. My solicitor will deal with them.
Okay, well,
Let's break it. Ow.
Have you lost your mind, Holmes? Control your temper. You'll only mutilate your hand. That glass is specially hardened. Couldn't break it with a hammer.
I will have that trident, Watson.
okay.
Well, what do we have? We do have a railroad spike. That's pretty strong.
I'm going to assume...
Holmes, don't do that. Ah.
Trident standing upright in the sand, but there is no convenient way to get it without jeopardizing one's hand.
I feel like
wonder
that's...
how quickly Piranha can bite, really. Like, I bet if you were really quick, they
Okay.
wouldn't be able to get many bites in. If
Yeah,
you
they
really wanted it.
They definitely leave some marks on you, but you'd be fine.
Okay, one railroad... Ooh,
Nope.
no, not...
Gun.
One gun?
Yes.
Wait, we can... Hold on.
Oh, we're gonna open the credenza?
Yeah, let's check that first. Antique credenza may merely serve as a surface for the aquarium to sit on. Yeah, let's double check just to be sure. Cabinet is empty save for a bowl of water and a small tattered scrap blanket. The area smells unmistakably of tomcat.
Ah,
Okay,
it's the cat's
so,
sleeping place.
anyways, back to...
You're
I
gonna
cast
shoot the
gun.
aquarium? What? I'm down with this. Let's do it.
You are cruel, Mr. Holmes. Poor, defenseless creatures.
It is typically repulsive and perverted that you reserve your sympathy for things vicious by nature, rather than inclination.
Apparently, like, piranhas aren't really
Handled.
that... where is our trident?
Nope, there
Oh,
it is.
there it is.
Just a pixel, barely a pixel.
Anyways, piranha aren't, I guess, that vicious unless they haven't fed in a while, like they're starving, usually during droughts, but it mentioned that these didn't look like they had been fed in a while, so, you know.
Oh yeah, it's Kitty Reno for a snack. Kitty Nom Nom. Very good kitty. Poseidon's trident is an ingenious key. Each of the prongs have been serrated and warded. The drawer contains a large amount of German currency, a wad of British fivers, and a photographic negative of Dewar's formula. Ah,
Look here, Watson. Evidence so dear to the heart of Scotland Yard. Are you still smug, Mr. A?
I think so little of your acumen, let alone your evidence. Silence will serve me best. None of those things can be tied to me.
I don't wonder you've lost your voice. All your plans have now gone south. Your attempt to compromise British security has failed utterly.
What have you found, Holmes?
Enough to cook a very tough goose. German currency, a wad of fibers, and the photographic negative of Dewar's formula.
well, let's take all that. That's ours now. Yep, German banknotes. Those are ours. And a negative. We're going to need that. Hey, Mycroft might actually have to be nice to us now. I mean, I doubt it, but... yeah, let's call the police.
Yeah. Yo, Lestrade, come get your boy.
Will you waste time at this critical juncture?
Okay, hey.
The line is active. I don't think anyone else should use it.
Ah.
Okay, so what are we? Because
Well, I guess we have to look at everything in inventory, probably.
How do you find the mastermind of this criminal enterprise?
Appearances must be deceiving, Holmes. He looks like my estate agent.
Do not underestimate him, Watson. The range of this conspiracy is decisive proof that behind the tranquil facade lives a malignant brain. He commands a network of thugs and vulnerable dupes. No crime is too great for their collective contemplation and execution. In every man's misfortune, he sees an opportunity to do harm.
Watson's like, well, if you say so, Holmes, just let me know and I'll shoot him right in the face.
This string is played out, Mr. A. Where is the scurrilous composite of Lord Lawton and Princess Alexandra? Does Vincent Scarrett have it?
You continue to allude to matters about which I have no knowledge.
My eye. I'm sure you've insulated yourself from direct involvement in these several crimes. As you won't give up, Scarrett, we'll let Scotland Yard and your underworld colleagues sort it out. I'll parcel out the details in my own manner. The report will not show you in good light.
Vincent is like a son to me, Mr. Holmes, but I'm truly mortified by these vile allegations. If he has wandered beyond the bounds of good judgment, and it appears from what I've seen and heard that he might have done, I could hazard a guess about where he might be found, providing Lestrade and the others you mentioned may be kept out of this.
I'm listening, Mr. A. Naturally, I will have to test your veracity.
A nasty den on the river is his favorite haunt. Place has a nautical name. Vincent's a bit rough on the margins, with a few unfortunate habits.
Wait
Your
a minute.
appraisal is too modest. He is in fact a brutal killer, a cruel extortionist, and an unredeemable villain.
That as may be. But you'll discover
Yeah.
he's as docile as a house cat. I warn you, any calumny against me will fall on deaf ears. He may turn mute.
I will find his tongue.
Yeah, I think you're right, Iron Phoenix. The weary punt. I think that might be where we need to go next after we finish this part here.
wait, what am I abusing?
I don't know. You gonna take the phone and beat him in the head with it?
You're not going to use that as a cudgel, I hope.
No, though you won't deny that he deserves it.
Well, I guess we keep talking to him at that point. In this setting, a telephone is as conspicuous as the mustache on a Mona Lisa. The police would be interested in what passes over the line of this bogus enterprise.
Okay, so is there anything else from him?
The connection between Scarrett and Pratt is finally clear, Watson. They were opium eaters.
Indeed? I didn't see it. I don't see it still.
Hargrove saw it, and Lloyd Jones smelled it. The two met, smoked, and shared secrets common to their addiction. Unbeknownst to Pratt, Scarrett was trawling for information, and he hooked it.
You mean he learned that Pratt was a ministry clerk with access to sensitive documents?
Yes, he learned all about Mycroft's ministry committee. The foibles and frailties of the members would be well known to Pratt, especially Lawton. They would be fine topics for conversation.
So Scarrett coerced him to steal the formula with something he learned during their sessions. What might they have had on him?
Debts? Evidence of unethical or immoral behavior? Perhaps they threatened him with death or mutilation. I've been gathering wool, Watson. I had this information and didn't put it together.
Wait, why are the two people...
You stay here. I will see Scarrett in his den, or know the reason why.
Will you go alone? Hold on. I thought our business was completed. I've given you Vincent.
You were mistaken. Scarrett is a servant, and you are his master. He can do everything for you except serve your jail sentence.
Easy, Holmes. Haste makes waste, or whatever cliché might bring you to your senses. Let's bring Lestrade into this now.
Do you think Scarrett will simply slink away as the net closes around him? The man is capable of anything. and he tried to kill my brother.
Your zeal has overcome your judgment. Don't be rash in your rush for revenge. If you go to that den as you are, you'll come to harm.
Don't fear. I will travel incognito, but I must take my chances alone. He must not get wind of all that has happened. Guard Mr. A. Watson. Farewell. We shall meet again.
All right. Are you ready for whatever we're about to do, Nick?
Oh. We do have options. Okay. I can't.
Maybe we don't go in there yet. Maybe we go there and he'll... Yeah, I know.
I was assuming we were going to get...
Oh, all the things got deleted.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I was expecting... Like, there's some very interesting choices here of where we're limited to go now. And I was assuming we were going to go to 221B to get a disguise.
I need a nautical ensemble, Stitch. Can you help?
A late invitation to a dress ball, Mr. Holmes. Never go wrong as Lord Nelson.
Admiral of the Fleet is too patrician. Something much further down the ranks would serve me better.
But there's plenty of seaman's gear in the back. A patch and spike will sell the look. Just return 'em as you found 'em.
What a homie. Thanks, man. We needed a good disguise. It's not gonna fool anyone. He's absolutely like, what the hell? Look, he's freaking out.
Any advice on how to carry off the disguise?
Well, avoid arg or shiver me timbers. You'll do fine.
That's fair. Flawless. Sunshine's like flawless. So yeah, there they are. The lady with the flute and the guy with the accordion. They were playing earlier. Oh no, that bird is gonna get mad.
Merde!
Wait, no. No.
Da. Make sure you save the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, the map reminds me of those scramble picture to crush your eyes to see. I agree, Bully.
Better have a gin to wet my whistle.
Your whistle's almost drowned by the sound of it, mate, but I never argue with a sailor what knows his mind when he's carrying a marlin spike.
Give me a place in the back, mate.
That's not how it's done, old salt. Been here before, have you?
Seen your mug half a dozen times, you Tasmanian devil.
There's something familiar about you. You know my rules, then?
They just slipped out of mind.
No strangers, no credit, no noise, no exceptions.
You've got your Luca. The matches is my bona fides, all right?
Fine as far as it goes, mate, but you still owe me something.
I'm trying to lose my troubles and you put more in my way.
Just protecting my business. I got a reputation. Can't let just anybody back there. Now tell me what I want to hear or take a hike.
You and your parrot aren't Freemasons, are you? Or explorers?
Damnation, blasting bloody hell, what are you talking about?
Nothing, I suppose.
Don't play around. You've worn out your welcome. What's the words? Going east. Damnation, blasting bloody hell. Take a hike. Merde.
Going east? What does that mean?
I think I remember the word you're looking for.
Merde. Years.
Try going east. Oh.
Nope.
All right then, go on.
That's it.
Pipes are on the left.
All right, Nick, save the game before you go in there. This could be it.
Remember now, no trouble, no noise.
The drug-besotted patrons gape by their turns into space at their pipes. They emerge from their stupor and mutter incoherently. Time and reason have no meaning here. Ah yes, opium den. Though the conduits which cool and smoke are foul, the hookah imbue the air with a slightly sweet yet acrid scent of the smoldering opium paste. They're just over there smoking a pipe. The villain who tried to kill Mycroft is betrayed by his eyes. A doll maker could have made a better pair. If the eyes are the window to the soul, he has none.
Deranged as you are, Scarrett, I'm not surprised you seek consolation in this den of iniquity.
He just say, be quiet, Holmes. Just watch him until he leaves.
Interfere
And
with
grab him
me
the
at your
second he goes
peril,
outside.
sailor. You don't know what you're dealing with.
False. You're a vicious criminal. Fortunately for the rest of us, your competence is not equal to your intent. My brother survived the outrage at the Diogenes. Young Silverbridge is safely rescued, and the Ministry formula never left the country. Even in your brutal and senseless murder of the hapless Pratt, you lost your gun. Not a good innings for you. Consider yourself detained. You'll be hanged at Crown expense.
It's the great Holmes, is it, in that sailor gear? Go peddle your papers. The police have no proof I've committed a crime.
Not yet, but I have a witness who saw you execute Pratt. Your defeat is total. Your paramour is dead, likewise your Prussian client. The ill-gotten money has been seized along with your patron. Incidentally, contrary to popular opinion, there is no honor among thieves. Mr. A betrayed you in an instant.
Did you think you would talk me into submission? I should have done you on the Cambridge train. I didn't see the reason then, but it's clear I might have saved myself some trouble.
He just shot that rat.
So to all vermin.
What?
Drop it, Scarrett. Your real trouble is about to begin.
Oh yeah, get No, he was going to turn with that gun. I don't think so. Hello. We will shoot them in the face. He just fell into a hole.
It looks like there was a trap door that was, I
Fine
don't know,
disguise,
provided
Holmes. Your
to
mother wouldn't know you. But what's happened
dispose
here?
of
I had
bodies
shots.
or
Scarrett gave
what,
me no
but
selection, Watson. He is dead by a bullet from his own gun, and disposed of. Perhaps Needham will make a half-crown from his body. What was I playing at? I should have known he would have had another weapon. Where is Mr. A, by the way?
I handed him over to the inspectors you sent. They slipped the derbies on him and let him off.
The diabolical sod is clever, Watson. He deceived you. I sent no one. Pride goes before the fall, they say. We'll get another chance at him.
I'm feeling a bit unsteady, Holmes. Might we leave?
Of course, Doctor. A wash and a stiff scotch will set us to rights. The man who tried to kill Mycroft is dead. I rather wish I didn't feel so good about it. It will pass. Mycroft must be informed. I don't relish the prospect of seeing Matron again.
Perhaps she's warmed to you.
No more than a lap rug might warm the polar cap. I'll write to him first. We'll look in on Mycroft when he returns to the arms.
Yes, so your message said. Wonderfully detailed, by the way. The minister was most impressed. Your discretion was widely appreciated. The death of this Scarrett fellow was unavoidable. You had no choice.
I didn't think your health enough improved to attend my funeral.
Most thoughtful. Any news of his ludicrously named employer?
Major Mystery is at large.
Well, you tied up the other bits very nicely. Carter is pleased. I've heard from Silverbridge, even Lawton is chastened. You have just cause for celebration.
Mr. Holmes, you're not resting. Matron specifically warned me that your brother would overstay his allotted time. He has interfered with your feeding.
Very well, sister. He and Dr. Watson are just leaving. You may bring in that gruel masquerading as food. We only have a moment, Sherlock. I don't wish Matron to receive a bad report. My minister informs me that a certain gracious lady has requested your attendance at Kensington. Please wear a clean cravat. My thanks for all you've done.
Best not keep her waiting. Be well, brother. Watson?
My appreciation, Mr. Holmes. I don't mind saying that your account was more enlightening than the PM's. You're certain my grandson was not implicated in the travesty?
Absolutely, ma'am. The Kaiser was truly outraged by the theft. His assistance in apprehending the malefactors was invaluable.
Your sovereign and your nation are grateful for your discreet and expeditious handling of this delicate matter, Mr. Holmes. And if you will pardon the language, this mystery seems the scum of the earth.
Your language is always appropriate, ma'am.
I'm ashamed of my part in this, ma'am. I trust there is no reason for the Prince of Wales to learn of it. I should think not. I regret that Bertie is far from a model of discretion in these matters. And you are not culpable, Alexandra. It was that Lawton fellow. Lawton behaved a perfect fool, Your Majesty. But I was not blameless. I was so grateful when he cleaned up the awful mess Prince Eddie made. I don't believe I could have denied Lawton anything he asked. Perhaps I was flirting a little. Still, it was most unwise to have sent such a photograph. I apologize, ma'am. Ancient history, my dear. Think no more of it. This story need not leave this room at any time soon, Mr. Holmes.
Indeed not, Your Majesty. The public, the police, and most of the government shall remain ignorant of the entire matter. The formula is secure. The composite has been recovered. Most of the villains have paid the ultimate penalty for their crimes. I'm sure one of the late Prince's charities can find a use for the Prussians' money.
Thank you. Now, indulge me for a moment more. Brown, if you will.
Oh?
Can you refuse to indulge the Queen? I don't think that's allowed.
No. Thank you, Your Majesty. I don't know. Are we being knighted? Yeah.
Please assume the customary position. For services to country and crown, I dub thee Knight of the Distinguished Service Order. Arise.
After all that work, we deserve to be knighted. Are you kidding me?
This honor, like the rest of this wretched matter, must remain a secret. I'm sorry.
If I have rendered service to my brother, to my country, and to you, ma'am, I am justly and handsomely rewarded.
Nicely said, Sir Sherlock. Doctor, Brown will show you out.
Ah, that's Watson and his wife.
No, that's some sort of royal princess.
Oh.
That's who the picture was of.
Well, look at that. Sherlock's got a title. Watson's got a title. Everyone's getting titles, man. Just gonna throw that in there.
grateful and generous sovereign is a fine thing, Holmes.
Indeed, but no better than a true friend. My thanks for all you did, Watson.
Not too bad.
The case has concluded, Watson. Are you near finishing your account?
I've recorded most of its events, those I witnessed and
There's like
those you
800
told me
pages
about,
in there.
but the historical record demands a summary. Some issues are not entirely clear.
I am not surprised. This was a most peculiar and troubling matter.
I admired your reasoning early on that the 3 investigations were linked. The suppression of the inquiry and the attempt on Mycroft were in support of the theft. Nevertheless, I lost my way through the investigation a number of times.
You are not alone. I call to your attention the complexity of the conspiracy, its political, diplomatic, and military implications, the dazzling audacity of the villains, the calculated cruelty in support of treason. Is it any wonder we made a false start or two?
I must say that it did not help that you were enraged by the attempt on Mycroft's life.
I accept that criticism. My anger may have been as much of a debility as it was an inspiration. But I was not prepared for any solution to the matter which did not include the apprehension of his would-be assassin.
Fortunately, he turned out to be a person we wanted for other reasons. Are you satisfied with the disposition of the committee members?
They will answer to Mycroft. Everybody in this case but he was self-interested. To varying degrees, they were petty, mean, foolish, greedy, ambitious, vicious, or just plain stupid. Some had better reasons than others. Those will serve as mitigation.
Why did you let Lawton off so easily? The man is a self-righteous idiot who has gambled his way into debt and must make an unpleasant marriage to get out of it.
My anger is spent, Watson. Should more lives be ruined by this wretched business? I could produce the chain of evidence that would cook his goose, but royal involvement made it very fragile. He will suffer for his deeds, I guarantee it.
I suspect that you knew the composite was the crux of the case much earlier than you revealed to me.
That is a just and succinct summation, Watson. We should let it rest there.
Amazing, Holmes. Should I live 100 years, I'm sure I shall never meet your equal.
My thanks, Watson. Major Mr. A, I think, would warmly disagree with your generous praise. No doubt we shall have to deal with him in time. There was no real acquiescence in the man. He will find another cat's paw to do his bidding. I believe I could sacrifice my life gladly if such a man could be eliminated. The Bosworth emeralds have gone missing. Disappeared into thin air, apparently. Police are mystified. That's hardly newsworthy. It's their natural state.
Ooh, shade thrown.
You'll be asked to put your head to that puzzlement before too long, or I'm no judge of the skills of Scotland Yard. Speaking of which, how was your interview with Lestrade?
He's not happy. But what can he do? His corpses are identified, the crimes which caused them are solved. He's ignorant of the political implications, of course. Speaking of which, I suppose Bismarck's future is not very bright. I shouldn't be surprised to see him dismissed ignominiously in the near future. I don't know if that will be a good or bad thing for the Kaiser, or for England.
All of Europe is tending toward a tizzy, Holmes. When the old Queen dies, there will be war, I'll wager.
I'm afraid you may be right. Fights among families are often the most bitter. Still, she's good for some years, I imagine. We will keep her confidence, won't we, Doctor?
I've taken measures, Holmes. The privacy of the royal family will be protected.
Your Majesty.
For a century, anyhow. Play that phrase again, will you?
Nice. We beat the fucking game. That's it. We beat the Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes in the case of the Rose Tattoo.
Queen Victoria died in 1901. So, and then World War I kicked off in what?
10 years. Just about.
Was it 19?
We did it. Good work on the music as well. Marcel Crutcher. That was great.
1914 was when World War I kicked off. Or
1914, yeah. Thank
how
you.
did text described wonderfully recently of somebody shot somebody and then Europe burned for a while.
Yeah, and everyone had a fight over it. All right, look at all these. These are all the people who tested this game. Or are these the people who acted? I think these are all the people who played it.
I don't know. I don't. I wasn't paying enough attention. I saw that it said players, but I didn't see if there was like. These had to be hallway testers because there's entirely too many for how many characters we ran into. Or maybe. I mean, their costumes are an actor. Oh.
Oh, they used the Yamaha OPL and OPL3. Cool. Well, you guys heard this game, all the music's coming from the sound canvas back here. You know, this game had very little to do with that rose tattoo, I will say.
It was, we used it to identify the one body.
And there it is.
Like, offhand, relatively early on in the case.
And
I think we were deceived because, like, when we got to, oh, this guy has a rose tattoo on him, and it's like, that explains the name of the case. And obviously, we're now getting into like the meat of the mystery, and then it was like, proceeds on for like 5 more episodes. Actually, probably more than that. But, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the end of tonight's stream. We'll be back again tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if we're going to play anything tomorrow, but that's when we'd normally be back. But anyway, yeah, that was Rose Tattoo. We went through the whole game. If you guys are just watching this on Twitch or whatever, we actually on YouTube have a playlist of the entire game if you want to see it. We played the whole thing mostly blind. I had the universal hint system on the side there to kind of help us. Without that, I don't think we would have been stuck for a long time. But we used the sound canvas for the audio, set to SC55 mode. So I don't know anybody else has really played this game. This is the first time I've ever actually seen it, so it was cool. I enjoyed. But we'll be back again with next week, Nick. We're going to be playing Mean Streets, which is the...
Yes, we are kicking it older school.
Older school. Yeah, we're going to play the first Tex Murphy game.
Is already kind of old school, so...
Yeah, that's true. We're going to play that. Next week will be on Friday, Mean Streets, which is the very first Tex Murphy game. And remember, danger is an awful lot like Jell-O. There's always room for more. No? Okay.
I guess, maybe. Kind of.
That's what he said in the trailer. I don't remember the Tex Murphy Pandora Directive trailer where he said that. Anyway, so that's it. Guys, have a good night. I'm going to raid WVPL 76. I'm sure somebody's over there, maybe. But with that said, thanks a lot for hanging out with us here, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Yep, good night.